Hello, my name is Miranda Richmond. Welcome back to the Mena School District Update. Each month, the Mena High School Journalism 2 class will cover topics from each building. For the month of August, we decided to find stories that best fit what Mena schools offer and how they make students feel included. A trip over to Louise Durham to talk to the new teachers.
We had a big turnover this year. Primarily, we had a few staff members take positions in other teaching fields, like with either lower or upper grades. We also restructured some staff members to help better support the needs of our students, putting more experienced teachers in other areas. And then additionally, we had an increased population in student enrollment in our kindergarten classrooms. We were able to add Miss Bowser as our new teacher for that grade level. Our new staff members offer their grade levels and the students that they teach innovative strategies, new ideas. They're freshly out of college and through their teacher prep programs, and they also bring enthusiasm and really create some positive culture in our school. So those things are important because at Louise Durham, we want to strive to be lifelong learners. We can get a lot of that with our veteran teachers through professional development. But when we have that collaborative effort within our team, when those veteran teachers can get put up with the new teachers and help take their new ideas and harness them to those practices that we've been implementing already, that helps really build that culture and climate of all students succeed.
Louise Durham, new and returning teachers, is always going to be, every year there will be some of the same goals because they are very important. Collaboration and teamwork is very, very important. That ensures that we have good sound instruction. When people are sharing their ideas with one another, we always have a better outcome.
It seems like the students at LD are loving their new teachers. Speaking of new, Holly Harshman has a new assistant principal position. Ms. Smart gave us some details about the need we have for the position in the school and community.
Having an assistant principal, life-changing, I feel like it's going to be. Due to the numbers in our building, it's never been a state requirement that we have to have an assistant principal, but over the years, especially with new legislation and things of that nature, I'm so expected to be the academic leader of the building, while also all the little things, the maintenance pieces, the person that the teachers come to, the be in classrooms, all of those things. And it's kind of impossible for one person to navigate effectively.
I went through the Arkansas Leadership Academy, and it kind of proved to me that I could be a leader and I could help others. I could see how much was on Miss Smart's plate, and I wanted to help take some of that pressure off. I knew I always wanted to work with children, and I love being in this grade level. I can offer them support, and I can offer them love, and I can offer them structure.
Ms. Carter will be helping Ms. Smart, faculty, and teachers throughout the busy school year. Heading over to the middle school, we also found examples of inclusion through the Bearcats Project Lead the Way.
Project Lead the Way is a STEM curriculum that covers various topics within STEM-related coursework. Our curriculum is easy to access for all of our students. It provides a lot of problem-solving tools, and we are there to facilitate and help students be able to access the curriculum and make it to where everybody and anyone can participate in Project Lead the Way.
Project Lead the Way is a STEM-based class where there's multiple different courses, so it's inclusive because lots of different people can do it. Even if you think you're not the smartest person, or even if you're the smartest person in the whole school, it still stimulates everybody in a different way. So it's very helpful to get your brain going.
Students in this club are making a positive impact while having fun, just like our high school students. For August, we focus on the back-to-school boot scoot dance to highlight how faculty and student council members make our campus feel included.
I am the co-chairman of student council for Mena High School. And so last year we did a back to school boot scoot, and student council members wanted to do another one, so we're making it a yearly tradition. We want students to be able to gather outside of school to make new friends. We wanted to make it a yearly tradition so that kids know that the first Friday that they come back to school, that we're going to have the back to school boot scoot. That's what we decided to call it, with the help of all the student council members. And so it's something that they can look forward to after being out all summer.
For the month of September, we decided to find stories that best fit our topic, community involvement through reading. Teachers at LD are incorporating reading in their students' lives through the classroom and at home.
Some of the ways we push reading in our classroom is just getting kids to learn to love reading like we do. A lot of times they have a mindset of, I have to read. We just do read alouds. We've had our grandparents come and read to them, which they really loved. We're starting book challenges, and that's where you get to tell about your book. Book talks, kids really love recording themselves on their computer for book talks. We have our parent night coming up for Louise Durham. Each grade level is doing something a little bit different, but just sharing ways that parents can enjoy books with their children at home, and having parents and members of the community come in and share their love for books and what books they enjoy reading, and just coming in and sharing that with them.
Since we are talking about reading, Holly Harshman had a family night where the kids got to pick out a free book out of the library. A few of the teachers at Holly talked to us about how they get their kids to read and how the kids read in their free time.
There's an expectation that we have told our parents since open house that we expect our students to be reading 20 or 30 minutes a night as practice.
Right, and while we don't know for sure that they're reading at home, it's going to show in the classroom, because those kids who do read at home are going to end up being more successful. I would say that as a content area teacher, I'm not teaching literacy or literacy skills, but I do allow my kids to have that free reading time.
As a parent, I make sure, like when we have free time, which my kids are very busy, that we read a book in the car when we're driving to practice or we're driving to a game.
At school, we provide them the time to read.
Yeah, so we actually just finished because of Winn-Dixie. We finished it today. They were all clapping at the end of it. We get to start our end of book project. We started it today, and it will take a few days. There's a writing project, which actually ties into our literacy skill, where we've been working on character traits, how characters change and the influence they have on a story. And then we're going to do a collaborative poster that we're going to hang up out in the hall. So that will reflect what they've gained from the story and if they've connected to the characters personally.
My favorite genre is fiction. Sidekicks by Dan Satin, because my best friend was reading it and he let me read it a little and I liked it.
The students in the Holly Harshman Book Club are excited to start reading some really good books this year. Reading at the middle school is very important to the staff and students as well.
I set a time, 10 minutes, at the beginning of every class period for them to read, and we do reading logs every week so I can track how many pages that they're reading, and I have a reward system set up as well.
She encourages me to read by giving me some time in class.
Active reading, the reading log was a really big part of that. It encourages them to read at least 20 minutes outside of class period, and I also do a first chapter Friday, so it encourages students to want to check out more books for over the weekend.
We get to do a lot of reading because we read 10 minutes daily. So I feel like in that time, we're just so used to having a schedule.
Many can benefit from the schedules and practices mentioned here. Last but not least, let's take a look at how Mena High School is approaching reading.
How I incorporate reading into my classroom is each day my students come in and they read for the first 10 minutes. Throughout class we read various documents, articles, different types of stories, Upcoming, we will start reading a class book as a whole in my English 11 class. We're always reading, we're always growing.
Reading is like a getaway for me because I don't really get a lot of chances to read, so whenever I'm in school and I read, I try to focus more on what I'm reading and really get into the book.
I like reading in a classroom because the teacher makes everyone get quiet and makes me feel safe.
That is all for the first edition of the 2024 District Update. My name is Miranda Richmond, reporting for Bearcat TV.